G'day and welcome to another video. In today's We Put Up Wednesday, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful poppy. This poppy is made for the 5,000 Poppies project, and this is an Australian and New Zealand project where they plan to make 100,000 poppies, crochet knitted, felted or sewn. And there will be a display of them all in the Federation Square in Melbourne, and this is to mark 100 years of Anzac Day. And Anzac Day is something that we do here in Australia. If you would like further information where you could donate your poppy to, I will put all the link and the information that you need into the description box. This pattern is by Lorraine and it is rated as an easy pattern. The yarn that I've used in this project is from redheart.com. Redheart.com is a great place for free pattern and an excellent place for inspiration for your next project. And also you can buy yarn. Doesn't get much better than that. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started on the lesson. For our supplies, we're going to need a pair of scissors. We're going to need a yarn needle with a large eye. Makes it easy to sew in our ends. We're going to also need a crochet hook, but we need it smaller than what's recommended for our yarn. I am using 8 ply double knit, and that's about equivalent to a sport weight yarn or a very light worsted weight, and I'm using a 3.5mm or an E. It normally recommends a 4mm or a size G crochet hook, so it's a thinner weight yarn than worsted weight. So I'm going to be using the Red Heart shimmer. I've got it in red, which is colour 5. I've also got it in black, which is colour 12. Won't need much of the black at all, it's just to put in the middle. And also the green. I'm not sure the colour, I cannot find the ball band for this one, but I'm pretty sure there's only one green. It's the very Christmassy green colour, if you cannot see what colour it is. I'm pretty sure there's only one green that's a darker green that they have in the shimmer, so that's the one that we've got. So what we're going to do to start off, we want to make a magic ring. And you can do that any way you like. So we're going to pull our yarn through. We're going to chain 3 to start. And altogether we need 10 UK trebles or 10 US double crochets into the ring. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Just going to zoom that in a bit. Need 10 of these all together. 9 of these all together, because the chain 3 counts as our first stitch. And I will meet when you have 10 stitches all together, remembering the chain 3 counts as our first stitch. Pull the ring closed to make it tight. We're going to join into the top of the chain 3. Round 2, it says chain 3, and it's a UK triple treble, which is when you wrap 3 times. Or it's a USA double treble. We're going to work 4 of these into the same stitch as the chain 3. So what we need to do is wrap our yarn 3 times. Go into the same stitch as the chain 3. Pull up a loop. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Pull through 2 and pull through 2. We're going to work that 4 times. So wrap 3 times, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So we need 4 of these all together. So we've just done 2, we need to do 3 altogether. 4 altogether. So wrap 3 times and then work our stitch off. One, 2, 3, and 4. In the next stitch, we're going to do 5 triple trebles. And that is the same what we just did, but we're going into the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3 wraps, go into the next stitch. So it's there. And we want to work 5 all together. So that's 1. 2, I'm just undoing that. I think it's not, I think it's just all, there we go. Just all bunched up. So wrapping 3 times. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all in the same stitch? Nope. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 1 more. We're going to work 1 double treble. That's a UK double treble or a US treble. It means we wrap twice. Go into the stitch. So we can go into the next one. And you just same thing, you're just working those stitches off, pulling through 2, pulling through 2. But it's worked 1 less lot of what we did here because we've got 1 less wrap when we originally wrapped in the beginning. So that, where are we? That double treble, UK double treble or the US treble, it works as sort of an indent into the petals. I'll just show you the pattern there. Don't mind my scribble. See how it's got the indent here and over there and over there? That's what that first, the double treble or the treble, because it's a shorter stitch, it's making the indent. So after we've worked that one, what we want to do now is work 4 UK triple trebles or 4 US double trebles. So that's wrapping 3 times into the same stitch. We're going to work it off. It's all going in the same stitch. And coming out of that stitch, altogether we'll have 5 stitches. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And in the next stitch we're going to work 5 UK triple trebles or 5 US double trebles. So wrap 3 times, go into the next stitch, work 5 all together. Oops. Okay, there we go. So what the repeat is, we're going to repeat this around, but what we're going to repeat is we're going to work the shorter stitch and then work 4 more of the tall stitch. So that was wrapping twice for our first one, and then 4 when we wrap 3 times. Into the next one we're going to do 5 of the stitches when we wrap 3 times. So I will show you one more time. Into the next stitch we're going to wrap twice, go into our next stitch and work them off, pulling through 2 the whole time, and then 4 more wrapping 3 times and going into the next stitch and then working it off. Wrapping 3 times, and this is all going into the same stitch. So into that same stitch we'll have 5 stitches all together. So that's 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So into the next stitch we're going to work 5 triple trebles, which is the UK version, or 5 double trebles. So we're wrapping 3 times and we're going to work 5 of these stitches into that same stitch. So it's only the first stitch that is different. So there's 10 stitches worked over 2 stitches. And out of them 10 stitches, that very first stitch is the one we wrap twice, and all the rest we wrap 3 times. And we're going to repeat this around until we get back to the beginning, and then we're going to join it. So what do we got here? Into that one stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 1 more. There we go. And see how that's where that shorter stitch is there? It's got the little indent. We're going to repeat that around. So you're repeating what we did in the last 2 stitches. So it's the one when we wrap twice, then 4 more wrapping 3 times into the next stitch. It's 5 stitches when we wrap 3 times. We're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you when we've got that part. So when we get to the end, what we're going to do is join into the top of that first chain. So the first chain, what was it? It was chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to join in there. And I really like this pattern. This is so pretty. And see how it indents there? And it makes the petals show up more. I love it with those big stitches too. This is really good. Alright, so we're on to our next section. And we're going to fasten off. So we want to grab our scissors. We're going to fasten that off, and we're going to sew in our ends. So I'll show you how to just do this back one if you don't know how to do it. I'm going to thread our needle, pull tight to close up the centre, and then we're going to just stitch underneath the beginning stitches and then I'm going to work back the other way for a little bit as well. Snip that off. If you wanted to use it to sew something onto something, you could use that last the centre bit there to stitch onto things, but for this project I'm not going to. And now I'm just going to sew in this is my ending tail, so where I finished off my round. I'm going to pop that Just going behind the stitch. I'm going through the back of the stitch, and then, if I can find it, just at the bottom of the stitches here, I'm going to go under those loops. Stitch that as far as I can around, and then go back. I'm going to skip a stitch so that my loop gets caught in there, so I've skipped that one, and then go back. And we're going to snip that off too. There we go, there's our flowers. So pretty, I love it with the sparkle. And we're on to our next section. So what we want to do, we want to grab colour B, which is our green. And again, we're going to make a magic ring. What we're going to do is just repeat the first part that we did of the red section. So it was chain 3, and altogether we need 10 stitches. So we need to work 9 UK trebles or 9 US double crochets into the center. So it's wrapping once, in, pull through 2, pull through 2. And altogether we want 9 UK trebles or 9 US double crochets plus our chain 3 for a total of 10 stitches. So we're going to pull our tail closed so it's easy for us to join, and then finding the top of the chain 3 through the 2 loops, and then join with a slip stitch. And we're going to fasten off, and that's pretty much all we do for that part. So we're going to fasten off, but I need to stitch that on. So I'm going to leave a tail approximately 10 inches long, and then we're going to pull through and pull out, and we want to sew the back strand into our work. You want to cut 10 7cm strands, and we're going to join it to the first round. So we're going to go either side of the stitch there, and then pull through. We're going to do this to every single one. Once we have them all attached, what I'm doing is just grabbing the black bit and just pulling it so it's at the top of the post. I'm just working my way around. So this is what I've got. It looks really cute. I've just threaded my needle, and what we're going to do is we're going to gather this together. And what I'm going to do is just go in and out of the stitches. So that I can just gather the around the outside there. Try not to get our black pieces in there. So I'll just leave the camera going whilst I do this. Getting in my way. There we go. Grab hold of them. Not sure where we started. Doesn't matter if we go too far around. There we go. So I'm going to pull that tight. And what it does is it creates this little, can't really see it because the black bits are in the way, but we've got like a little look a little ball almost. Makes it 3D rather than it just being flat. I'm just going to finish that off. I'm going to go under a stitch or two and then just go back through that same loop with my needle. Just secures that off. Then I'm going to get my flower to get the good side. Pop that in the middle. And then I'm just going to stitch it on. And I'm actually going right through to the back with this one because this is going to be too hard to actually do it the normal way I do. Come back through. Making this look a lot harder than it actually is. So I'm going back down in there. We're just going to repeat this all the way around. So I've got a little bit of green showing, but that's okay because this will more than likely be sewn onto something or when I'm probably going to donate this one to the 5,000 Poppies, and they are going to make it into a flower where it's going to be stitched onto something, so it's all good. So we're going to chop that off. And what I'm going to do is my these black pieces here seem to be a little long, so I'm actually just going to give them a trim. My jar of, hang on, I'm just going to move the camera up. My jar of scraps that I have here. I'm just going to cut them. You can have them whatever length you like. I have a feeling I may have made them a little bit too long in the beginning. Just going to snip that off because it's covering up the actual red part of the flower, which I don't want it to do. I've got like little pieces everywhere. I think that looks a lot better. Awesome, my flower is done. I just need to clean it up and get all the little black pieces off that I've just trimmed. There we go, I think that looks heaps better. Yeah, it does. So that was a great little project. I love this flower, it is so cute. I love how the indents of these shorter stitches make the petals look really, really great. All the links that you need for the 5,000 Poppies, the free pattern, are in the description box, so you can go and check out their website. We also have a newsletter here on Bob Wilson 123. Please subscribe to that, it is jam-packed full of crochet goodness. Share your creations on both of our Facebook pages. My link and 5,000 Poppies link is in the description box. Please subscribe, there's always plenty of videos to come. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy crochet!